So it should be a
Quite
good
a
matchup.
grinder.
Yep. With the salt pepper spellgram mat over here.
Let them know they're good to go.
Ooh.
Looks like Dofi's going to go start us off. Perona standard, setting up our stack.
Put a BY on stream. We got you.
One piece players, that is 5 minutes in the round. Do not have an opponent. Please raise your hand and call for a judge.
Hold on. Is he deliberating on...
The stack is super important right away, right? Like, where you're going to draw, are you going to go for the aggressive play?
It's going to make your tempo.
Little Garp here. We got a Gecko in hand already, so that's great.
That's already seeing key cards from the get-go is super good, and we're bottom in one probably. Yeah, unfortunately.
They dig so much that it's actually nice to see the Gecko right away in the search to be able to get to your stack when you need it. Because if they time it right.
He's going to pick Little Luffy. Yep.
So we're losing one of each of the Luffys. A Rocket Luffy and a Punch Luffy are going to the bottom along with the Gecko. Swinging 7 standard. Looks like we got the Law. That's great. Good choice by the stack over there for Joshua.
That's a 4-4-1. Got it.
Yeah, so he gets to bounce the 2K into his hand, and then he has to rip one of the cards.
One thing to keep in mind, especially, not necessarily in person because it's easier to see, but like in the onlines, you should always verify what card is being dropped as we're getting to a point where like a lot of similar looking cards are being played, and there could be some confusion between the new Law and that one that was just there. Same with Crocodile, so
yeah,
always double check the stat line, read the effects. Just a little safety for your online experience.
Speaking of online, there's an online treasure cup happening right now.
Yeah,
on
I heard
top of the San
Jackson
Diego.
is currently undefeated.
Our national champion.
But who's going to be the second national champion?
We'll find out in January. I know you'll be there. You got your invite.
I am in Orlando. I am mere 10 minutes away from the venue. Can't wait to be there.
Yeah, I'm happy to be there too. Store regionals were such a great concept.
Oh, yeah. It facilitates a lot of people's travel issues. That's why I like onlines too, but it's the same thing.
Looks like we're picking up another 2K, bulking up for the late game here.
Buggy finally getting the shine he deserves.
Expect the Jinbei to come down. Just a straight Weevil drawing. The black yellow is nice in the sense that it does not have to wait into anything, and it can just be free to swing away its aggression while its opponent sits there. So as long as you can keep up with their board, you're actually not going to get pressured very much, and you can just win off resource management.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Turning the Kuzan sideways is going to get swung into. So it's like it still gives you the ability to get the Dofi leader ability off into that Kuzan and summon something else to replace it. But you don't push into the life there, so you still get to like maintain your board state, which is really nice. However, they have to be able to give it to you. But if you get those resources out of their hand, it's a win-win. Speaking of resources, he's going to give us 2 cards here for the block.
Don't tell me.
Weevil is now a smaller character. Funny how early in the not development, as the game progressed, people were just cheering and like, oh yes, a 6K Gecko. Oh, the Weevil drawing 1 card, and not much happened. And now that we have all these other cards to go along with the starter deck, it's just Dofi's is huge.
Yeah, the Boa blocker is definitely an essential
ability
part.
to add Rest at Dawn that are used up gives Dofi so much efficiency on how they play out their turn now.
It essentially gives you 11 Dawn a turn.
5.
Drive 5 here. Opting not to. Is it a gravity blade for both the monkeys? Or just a Jozu bounce and Goku?
Bounce, bounce, bounce.
It's probably Perona from the way the draws have been going.
I'm just thinking on my bounce.
Bounce, restack, research.
Thinking really hard about which one. It does matter a lot. Because if you go with the Perona stack, then you have to do the Dofi lead swing. But if you go with the Sengoku, he's just going to play it again.
Yeah, for the restack.
Play this again. Get.
Okay.
How many cards does that put Cody at in his hand? 6, I believe?
I think so.
1, 2, 3, 7.
Oh, pardon me.
Impact over there with 5.
Whoa. Sorry.
You're okay.
Still determining the order. So earlier, what he does that earlier when you were playing Odin, what matchups do you have?
I played 2 Rob Lucci's and beat him. I lost. I wasn't ready for an L, and that was really tough. And then I lost a Film Uta randomly. Just
who?
because Film Uta.
Okay, the green Uta.
Yeah, they have
Okay.
backlight and it just blows up my 5s.
True, fair.
Now, if I needed my invite, I probably would have just ended up playing Dofi. Genuinely,
That's fair.
It's
Yeah.
there's no reason not to.
I
It's
mean,
not-
you're not that far from here, so. It's not
yeah,
that
no, I can't.
crazy
I
trip.
just came to see the boys, get some mac and cheese, see how deep we can go.
Nakano.
I'm actually happy now. I'd rather be doing this. This is a lot more fun, honestly.
Oh yeah, no, I enjoy doing this too. I'm glad I made it on time.
Yeah.
Self-burn.
Looks like we got a Sabo in the life. Really interesting to see how he navigates
Rocket
this.
Luffy, Gecko, 2 Rocket Luffys. Yeah, Cody has a lot of
Luffy effect.
key cards for this deck for sure, and he's
Lead.
flipping
Punch
the
Luffy.
big Luffy. Now we're at a boosted
We don't.
DY Luffy leader right now.
Let's do 5 for Rocket Luffy. We'll pop Weevil. Draw.
Getting a new
Oh, we're
card.
clearing the biggest attacker.
There's another
4
baby
cost.
Luffy. He needs a baby Sabo.
Mm-hmm.
Go 7 lead.
Impact goes down to 3. Wonder what he's thinking about.
What does he have left to perform?
Effect.
Yeah,
Just a monkey D Luffy.
yeah,
looks,
the punch.
Looks like he's going for the burn.
Yep,
Draw.
and it's gonna be
And
the
then-
Sabo.
Yep.
Okay, but he get an Ice Age. That's further gonna help any Rocket Luffy play
Leader
right there.
effect.
Although it's not. Yeah, it's gone. Not doing
I don't
much
think
there.
we need Ice Age in
No,
here because the only
no.
one we're worried about is
Everything
like
is
that Kaido.
mid range.
Yeah.
Or low to the ground.
And go
He gets
ahead.
most of it, and then Sabo can just block whatever he can't deal
8.
with.
Yeah, that's a good card. It's just not applicable here as often. And he did put down the Altered Sabo and the Luffy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, everything is Rocket Luffyable in this matchup, I think.
Now, if Cody has another Juzo, or sorry, if Joshua has another Juzo here to bounce that Monkey D Luffy to pause the aggression, that seems beneficial to his board state,
Yeah.
especially if he can like restack again.
Yes, Summoning Sickness is a thing. So definitely playing into that is really good. It's going to help him live longer.
Pudding.
And we're putting gaming. How many did he lose?
I think he was at 8.
Like, 8. Oh, yeah.
It
That's
feels
a lot.
like it was 8 or 7.
Yeah, so
he
he
drew.
lost quite a bit. And now he has to come and find his key cards like the Gecko and the Egghead Luffy. So let's see what he gets from this. Here. cut.
All right, 5.
Let's see. Did he hit the jackpot?
Oof.
Oh, I see
There's a gecko.
Kuzan, gecko.
There's a gecko. I don't know if we have any baby sawas in trash.
See a Garp, Makino,
Can I see your track?
Yeah.
2 Makino. The one next to gecko on the left, I couldn't quite get a visual on.
Look at that.
But yeah, so you got a gecko, so that's pretty big. Bless you.
Thank you.
And-
Sorry, allergies.
oh no, I know a feeling.
So with the last 6 done, what do we do? Oh, he only has 5. There we go.
8 later.
8 in the life. 7. Let's take one of the 2Ks.
Cody here contemplating on the next play.
He's in a tough spot, man. Putting O is always very detrimental to Black Yellow Luffy.
Mind you, this is also a best of 1 game, so
39.
the stakes are high. There is no top cut, so there's no loser bracket to go to and make it out.
They are basically playing for a guaranteed serial here.
Yes.
And Buggy on the blind fire.
Just 8 later. Okay.
Playing a buggy for that, that's wild.
Looks like we're gonna lose the Rocket Luffy here, unless we give up half our hand. Feels like very mid-range rolls from both players here, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
But the pudding just makes the mid-range turn into a low range so quickly.
Yeah, we haven't seen BY Luffy go to full power just yet. Just the +2 from the one boost.
So we.
So normally in this matchup, who do you think is favored?
You know, it's tough to say. I think Dofi has the right tools, but I think a good patient Black Yellow Luffy player who dodges the. I mean, essentially, it just comes down to who sees what, and then the best of 1.
Yeah.
I'd say it's pretty even, man. It's probably a little bit more Dofi favored now, just with like the inclusion of the bouncing, for the little guys to keep up their defense, because that was something that they were lacking before. And then Juzo being able to bounce anything on the board, essentially, besides Gecko. And then the Gravity Blades bottom decking the Sabos.
We're putting down Gecko Moria on the board now, and you're bringing in Kuzan and replacing Makino for...
It's got to be a Garb, if I were to guess.
Garb for Makino. Oh.
Oh, that makes more
Garb
sense.
for Little Luffy.
So we're going to go to 7 here. And then punch Luffy or ourselves to draw another card, and then go back up.
No, he's doing Egghead. He's gonna
Egghead to draw, and then punch Luffy, burn the Sabo, attach to Donna the leader, and then put 2 in a life.
That's okay. That's fair. That's fair. He's attaching.
An effect. Buff.
Yep. Now he's doing the burn.
Draw a track.
There we go.
Pitching.
Heat effect.
If we're gonna
He's
pop the
letting go
Rocket
Kuzan,
Luffy,
okay.
we're gonna have to pop the Rocket Luffy before we swing, just in case we hit a random Gravity Blade trigger.
Up to how much cost the trigger effect? 5. A single 5.
Yeah. So anything except the Gecko on the board right now.
Gotcha.
No baby Sabos has been a tough position for Cody.
Yeah, he's reinserting a Sabo over here and another Egghead Luffy.
1 from hand is also rough.
Let's go.
It almost begs the question, why didn't we Rocket Luffy to just get the card into the trash and then put it back into our life, since we used the Rocket Luffy from our hand anyways?
Right.
It must be because he wants to keep it on the board and start pushing for game next turn.
Yeah, no, he has
2 in hand.
he has
Yeah.
yeah he has the 6.
Because if
The 8.
if we're just gonna use the
Yes,
Rocket Luffy
but
from
bodies.
hand, I don't understand. It has to be to keep it on the board. I mean, it's not worth it to blow up the pudding or anything. So,
Okay.
and he can always blow up when he summons the next turn with that Rocket Luffy. So it's a long term, probably a better play actually.
Let's go 8 at life.
In the swinging 8, put him down to 2.
Go ahead.
Josh is going to 10. He's got an army of little people. Put a giant hand. Cody's
Alright.
established a very nice board.
Yeah, 10 down turn now here for impact.
Do you see a Jinbei poking its head out over there in Impact's hand?
3 in hand, right?
2.
2 in hand.
Yeah, this matchup has allowed a lot of deliberating on which to play things out because it's already been almost 20 minutes. They're
There's a lot of nuance and meticulousness that has to go into the stacks for
absolutely,
Delphi.
yeah. So it's like while we are just waiting for a play, there's not much. We can speculate on what they're doing, and now he's like, "Yep, we're playing straight up, attacking with Josu.
2 cards in hand. It's got to be
2 cards, 2 face up live, no blockers." But it is it's a 7 Luffy, right?
It's the Rocket Luffy.
No, my apologies. I meant the
Oh yeah,
7
Luffy
lead.
leader is 7. 7
Yeah,
lead.
sorry. I couldn't quite see little dots on the die in there.
Mm-hmm.
And we're playing
Marshall.
Teach.
Activate effect.
The best card in the deck.
I know someone who didn't choose to play Teach,
Yes.
but she's not doing well right now.
Yeah, how are they doing?
She's not doing well right now.
Oh yeah, who's that?
Teehee.
I don't know who that is.
People will know.
I
Yeah,
understand.
people will know.
Yeah, I still haven't met him. 7. I wonder does he just swing into the punch Luffy here? Because there's not really a board to push with.
I mean, he has. How many does he have up? 3 or 2? 4? He has more, right? He has way more than that.
Oh, he used the 2 down from Teach to do. Yeah, he has 8 up.
That's a lot. So he has plenty of options, though. He could try and take down the big Luffy, but at the same time,
I don't know. I mean, the fact that Cody only has 2 cards in his hand is like really nice. So, but it probably means that he's just gonna have to push for game next turn. And if he's pushing for game next turn, and Joshua doesn't have the ability to set up the defense to like ideally live through such big, powerful hits,
yeah, then you should go for the Luffy in that case because that way it's gonna make it so he has to wait another turn before he can. When he replaces it, he has to wait a turn to get it played. So
Yeah.
as he would only have the Rocket Luffy, Gecko, and Kuzan as a viable attacker, not including leader.
I wonder. I just don't know what the correct amount is, and that's probably what he's trying to figure out himself. It looks like he's doing math over there.
Yeah, it's for an 8 because Luffy is boosted.
Yeah.
So,
Tough turn.
yeah.
Sorry.
It's very tough to hit defensive 8. Like the fact that Black Yellow Luffy gives you the choice between 7K, 8K, or 9K as your hit bases, it just makes for really tough numbers. No Sabos on the board isn't as big of a deal just because Delphi does have access to Femur. How do you say it?
Femur.
Femur?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's one of those words. Could be anything really.
Yeah.
Femur is an actual
What'd you
word for
pitch
us.
off leader skill last
The
turn?
fact that it's just like searchable.
think it was
Delphi can get
Yeah.
away with so many one-ofs just because of the way they stack and search. I know like a couple people in the pit that are playing 5 1-0s. I think Awakened over in California is like playing 6 or something.
That's a lot of 1-0s. How he do?
I have no idea. I haven't texted anybody all day. I don't really look at my phone. I like to socialize with everybody, the community. So
Yeah, a lot of our friends here this weekend for sure. So
yeah, I just saw Ryan Hartman and Cameron Vardez dancing over there. So I think Cameron is getting his cereal, from what it looked like.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh. Good for Celcom. He still has a round to go.
Yeah, he's just, I think. Oh, I see. I thought he was undefeated. So he's X1. There we go.
I don't know.
8 tap was coming off the top.
Effect.
Looks like we stacked that's the bounce one.
Bouncing
Bounce the
this,
buggy back to our
bouncing
hand.
this.
We're gonna bounce the kuzan. That's a good play.
Yep. One less stacker to worry about, so definitely good play.
The non-counter.
How much time do you have left? 6.
How much time did that leave us with? 4 or 5? 1, 2, 3. No, it left us with 7. 6.
Yep.
So Juzo bounce pudding. Bounce Rocket Luffy? Or it'd probably be Punch Luffy, huh?
Can I see your trash again?
Yeah, that could be a card. Yeah, just to get it out of the way, push it into having summoning sickness. Contemplating.
It's tough.
That stuff.
Can I see
Like
one
Josh
more time?
says.
Sorry.
I mean,
What's the target? What's he playing? We're still on the 8-minute mark, but it's still a solid time. I don't think we're gonna go to time for this.
well, they got a
Should
whole.
we? Yeah, I know they have plenty of time, and it's this matchup is not
10 liter.
going that far out, and we're going for. Woo!
And he went for
That
it
was
with
all that he
pudding.
had left. Pudding all in.
All in. Joshua Graham, Impact, going to the finals.
So we gotta see who is the other. His dance partner is a Kwanle or the other.